द यूज्ड कार शो पर आज हमारे साथ चलिए स्कोडा लोरा की टेस्ट ड्राइव पर। खरीदिए 4.5 लाख रुपए में हमर और जानिए कौन से हैं वर्ल्ड वाइड टॉप 7 कार सॉन्ग्स।
हेलो एंड वेलकम टू द यूज्ड कार शो। द यूज्ड कार शो पर आज की हमारी हॉट बाय है स्कोडा लोरा। लोरा की न्यू कार प्राइस शुरू होती है 13.5 लाख रुपए से, लेकिन हम लेकर आए हैं ये गाड़ी आपके लिए एट अ स्टील प्राइस ऑफ जस्ट 7 लाख रुपीज। कैसे हो सकती है लोरा आपकी, जानने के लिए हमारे साथ बने रहें अगले आधे घंटे के लिए। लेकिन सबसे पहले स्कोडा लोरा द कार ऑफ द वीक। I have with me Nitin, who is our expert on the show. So Nitin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Suniti.
Nitin, सबसे पहले मुझे बताइए लोरा, what is it known for?
Well, Skoda as a company has always been known to give their end users good-looking, sturdy, and economical to run cars.
Let's have a look at this car. An obvious scratch over here. It's been touched up.
There's definitely a bumper that has been painted. It's also there's been an attempt to repair this bumper. You could make out because of the cracks on the paint that has been done.
How does the tire look to you?
Well, this particular car I think has done about 57,000 kilometers of running.
Okay.
And these tires are definitely been replaced at some point of time.
Nitin, let's have a look at the boot space.
Well, the boot by itself is quite big, but this also has a facility where you can drop down the rear seats.
Okay.
So if you... Okay, this seems to be a bit jammed. Yeah.
Okay.
So now with the seats down, there is a lot more boot space
for,
available for luggage.
For luggage. It's a very well-maintained car.
Yes, for an old car, it's quite well maintained. It's a well-covered engine. I mean, with that, nothing left hanging around as such. But if you look at this firewall insulation, it's obviously been worked on and it's not been refitted correctly.
Nitin, internally the car is quite pleasing. The color combination.
Well, internally it definitely has a very pleasing look. The quality of the plastics used is fantastic.
All right. Nitin, गाड़ी में कौन से features हैं जो आपको खास तौर पर पसंद हैं?
I mean, it's got audio control on the steering wheels. Your driver's seat and passenger seat are both electrically operated, and they have front and rear adjustment, height adjustment, which is all electrical. My driver's seat has 3 memory settings for the seating position. That's opening the rear of the sunroof from the back, and if you slide it this way, you can have the complete sunroof opening.
Wow! Let's have a look at the rear seat, how much space it has once we push the front seat. Nitin, the rear seats are also quite spacious.
Yeah, this overall is a very spacious car.
What I like is this feature wherein आप गाड़ी का जो boot space है उसको आप गाड़ी के rear seat से access कर सकते हैं.
Easily accessible, yes, that's true.
Overall गाड़ी के जो features हैं वो comfort inspiring features हैं. ये ऐसी गाड़ी है जिसमें आपको छोटी-छोटी चीजों को ध्यान में रखा गया है so that your driving is very comfortable. Now let's see how the driving actually is. Let's get onto the wheel and test the car. We have a nice rough patch over here to test the car on. So Nitin, finally we are on the steering wheel, and how's the initial pickup of the car?
Well, Skoda is known for their powerful engines, and this particular car has a 1.9 turbo diesel engine, which develops about 104 brake horsepower. The car pulls extremely well through its gears.
Nitin, जब हम लोग ने गाड़ी को internally test किया था, तो we saw there were too many features for the driver's seat as well as the co-passenger seat.
Yes.
So is your driving position comfortable?
Oh, absolutely.
Nitin, गाड़ी के safety features के बारे में कुछ बताइए.
It has your regular ABS. It has ESP, which is the electronic stability program, which prevents the car from going out of control on bad or slippery roads.
Okay.
This also has the parking sensors for the rear. It's got a good set of wipers with rain sensors. And it's got xenon lights, which really help in the visibility on poorly lit roads.
How do you think is the AC affecting you? Are you happy with the cooling?
The air conditioning setup is excellent. In fact, it also has a dual climate control system.
Nitin, Laura का mileage कैसा है? Especially Skoda cars are known to be giving good mileage.
Yes, the Skoda cars are known for the exceptionally good mileage they have to offer. This car typically we should expect mileage within city limits of about anywhere 13 to 14 kilometers per liter.
Okay.
Again depends on how you drive the car. But on the highway, the cars are known to give a fantastic mileage of almost 18 to 19 kilometers per liter.
How's the steering alignment?
Laura, on the whole, the ride and handling of the cars is fantastic.
So it's also that the car has a good ground clearance?
It's not that we... Well, I think that just answered your question. We just went over speed breaker.
And
the ground clearance,
did get touched.
it completely scraped the bottom of the car.
Okay, so the ground clearance is not all that great.
It's not all that great in the car.
We are on a rough patch now. ये एक test track है हमारा, काफी rough patch है ये. So how do you find the shocks of the car?
Shock absorbers, well, it has a independent suspension setup for the front, and they're gas-filled shock absorbers. So they are doing a pretty good job.
How expensive is this car to maintain?
Mileage economy on the car is excellent, but servicing this car is going to be expensive because the cost of spare parts for most of the Skoda cars is pretty high.
Okay.
So even a basic service can prove to be quite expensive on these cars.
Accidental repairs और जो normal cost of repair होता है, दोनों ही काफी expensive हैं, या आप बता रहे हैं कि जो body parts का change होता है वो expensive
Well,
होता है?
I'm not only discussing accident, even a regular service on the Skoda cars is quite expensive.
What kind of a person you think will be excited to have this car?
A person who is willing to drive the car themselves and not have a chauffeur-driven car would find it more pleasurable.
So basically, people who love to drive, it is a driver's car.
It's a fun car to drive, absolutely.
Any person who would stay away from the car?
Well, a person who is
on budget,
looking at lower purchase value of the car as well as lower maintenance bills should definitely stay away from the car.
Nitin, पुरानी Skoda Laura तकरीबन 7 लाख में आज used car market में available है. In a good condition, do you think that's a justified price for the car?
Well, I think the Skoda Laura would easily be available for a much lower price tag in the used car market.
So all in all, Nitin, how many numbers does the Laura steal from you?
Well, as a driver's car, I would rate it almost 8 on 10.
Nitin, thank you so much for the wonderful test drive. The used car show